Good morning, KU. Thank you guys for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Katie.
And I'm Brianna.
And welcome back.
Thank you.
If you guys watched last week, Brianna was not with us. Well, you were sort of with us.
I was kind of with you guys. I got to Skype in. Not quite the same.
Yeah,
I'll admit it wasn't the same.
You were back home in Virginia for a little Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes, for those of you who didn't know, I got to go to my boyfriend's winter formal at his school. So that was a really nice weekend to kind of get away from Lawrence a little bit, get to see my family, and celebrate Valentine's Day. So it was nice.
Very fun. Now, everybody knows the weather on the East Coast has been horrendous. Yeah. Did you experience any of that while you were there?
I did a little bit. I was up in the mountains the whole weekend, so we did end up getting some snow, and I was in like a nice formal dress. I was in heels. My hair was all done, and then I walk outside and it's this massive blizzard, and I, needless to say, was not happy.
I really hope you had a coat on.
I had a coat, but my dress had like a slit in it, and so it was windy, it was snowing, and my dress is just blowing everywhere, and it was...
I'm just getting cold thinking about that right now.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, but it looks like I got out of Virginia just in time, because the day after I left was when they got all the ice and snow, and I have two younger brothers who are in high school and middle school, and they haven't been in school all week, so... It looks like I got out of there just in time, and I can't really complain about the weather we're having here because it could be worse.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous they've been out of school for that long.
I am too, but I was talking to my mom yesterday, and they have to make up, already have to make up 2 of those days. So.
Oh my gosh. They're probably going to be going to school in July, especially in Boston.
Oh yeah.
Because they go into June normally, so.
Yeah, so that part of it.
I'm a little happy I'm not there right now.
I am too.
Yeah, so. Although the weather here, the last few days, it's been a little better. I've been tiptoeing around campus because my biggest fear is falling on that ice. I just know it's going to happen. I'm going to embarrass myself. But luckily, it's been clearing up a little bit, but I heard we're supposed to get some freezing rain tonight. But I'm sure we'll hear a little bit more about that in the weather coming up in a little bit.
Hopefully that doesn't interfere with KU basketball tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to going to the game. Are you going?
Yes, I'm very excited. We play TCU at 3.
Hopefully we can pull out a win and redeem ourselves a little bit
after
West Virginia.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know, but I can imagine that they're all pretty
I'm sure
pumped
they're
to get out and be back in the field house and just show everyone who's boss.
Yeah, everybody knows basketball players are basically the closest things we have to celebrities on campus.
Oh, they are celebrities.
But there's actually another, semi-big name in the science world at least on campus today and yesterday, Andrew Revkin. He's a New York Times blogger. He was a reporter there for 14 years, and then he decided to start his own blog. It's actually called .earth, if you want to check it out on the New York Times website. He spoke last night in Spooner Hall at the Commons about the new communication environment, so mixing digital media with teaching about the environment, and it was very cool, very interesting. And he's also going to be holding a discussion today at noon at Spooner Hall at the Commons. So he's very interesting if you want to check him out. He's actually not only a scientist and a blogger, but he is also a musician.
Man of many talents.
Yes, he performed a little bit of one of his songs. He just put out an album. He performed one of his songs for us last night. It was about carbon. We might have a video of this. I'm not sure if we do or not. Maybe not. Okay. But it was very cool, very cool. So that was awesome to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also tomorrow, what's premiering tomorrow?
Greek TV is premiering tomorrow. We have our first show. I'm very excited for it. I talked about this a couple weeks ago on Good Morning KU, but I get to produce it this semester, so I'm really excited about that.
Exciting.
Kind of nervous because I've never done something like that before, and tomorrow's the first kind of trial run of that, but I'm excited. The show goes live at 11, so you guys should tune in and check it out before the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's all the time we're going to have for the segment. But I really want to wish my big brother, Nick, happy birthday. So happy birthday, Nicky Poo. Sorry I'm not there, but I love you. And welcome back. I am here with student Michael Garrett. Michael, you're here to talk about a Blueprint Leadership Conference. Why don't you tell us a little about it?
Yeah, sure. So Blueprints is actually really cool. It's completely student run, and Blueprints has been around for a few years. Kind of the way it works is there's this award in the fall called the Excel Award, and that stands for Excellence in Community Education and Leadership. It goes to a senior guy and a senior girl each year. So there are 5 finalists, 5 guy finalists, 5 girl finalists, and whoever wins that award is in charge of planning Blueprints Conference in the spring. So this year's winners were Graham Nas and Ellie Eastis. So they're in charge of putting on this conference. And then I was a finalist, so they asked me to kind of be on board. So I'm the PR coordinator for Blueprints. But essentially what it is it's a leadership conference for younger students.
Okay.
The view here is kind of, you take some seniors that have had a lot of leadership experience at KU doing whether that be here in the Student Involvement Leadership Center, Student Senate, Greek Life, et cetera, and they put on a conference to help kind of freshmen and sophomores get their feet wet when it comes to leadership on this campus.
Oh, very cool. So it's this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It starts around 8:30. We have 2 keynote speakers this year. Dee Neely Bindaputi from the business school is our keynote speaker.
Everybody loves her. Everybody loves her.
Have you ever heard her speak?
Oh, yes.
She's incredible.
Even if you're not in the business school.
Oh, yeah. She's one of the best here at KU.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you have not heard her speak, this could be the time for you to hear her. So yeah, she's going to be there, and also Michael Wade Smith, who's a past Excel winner, put on the Blueprints Conference. Was a student body president here several years ago, did Teach for America, he came back, got his MBA, now he works for the business school. He's a really intelligent guy, and we're pretty excited to have him, so he's one of our other speakers.
Very cool. So how can how can just any student get involved in this?
Well, unfortunately, Blueprints is full. You have to pre-register. A lot of what we do is based off of some work you do before the conference. So when they come to the conference, we're doing a lot of kind of analyzing and dissecting this thing that's called the 5 competencies of leadership. And to get those competencies, you have to take kind of a pre-test, so we needed people to sign up like a week in advance. Okay. So we're actually full right now. We have about 120 students that are coming, which is about where we wanted our goal to be. So, but if you couldn't make it this year, there will be a Blueprints Conference next year. It happens every year. And if you want to kind of look at what it's about and see what's going on, you can follow us on our social media. We have a Blueprints KU Facebook page and Blueprints KU Twitter page. And tomorrow, as PR coordinator, I'll be tweeting and putting up videos and all that kind of stuff. So you can still keep up with the conference and kind of see what it's all about, and then maybe do it in spring of 2016.
What can students do? Do they need to do anything to prepare?
So if you haven't taken the competencies quiz and you're planning to go to Blueprints tomorrow, please make sure you do that. Very important. But other than that, just come with kind of an open mind and willing to learn. And it should be a really fun day.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with the news.
Hi, I'm Amy Just.
And I'm Erin Brock. This is your Friday Good Morning KU News update. Nearly the entire east coast of the United States has been placed under extreme wind chill advisories this weekend. According to CNN and the Weather Channel, temperatures from the Canadian border all the way south to Florida are 25 to 45 degrees below normal.
2 patients at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center have died from a deadly superbug bacteria. 7 patients have been infected with an antibiotic-resistant bacteria transmitted by contaminated medical instruments. According to the Center for Disease Control, the superbug, also known as CRE, can contribute to death in up to half of seriously infected patients.
Lawmakers in Oklahoma are pushing a bill that would remove advanced placement U.S. history from high schools. This bill would bar state funds from being used on AP history, as well as identifying specific documents, writings, speeches, proclamations, and recordings related to the history, heritage, and foundation of the United States to be taught in the classroom, according to CNN.
The Student Senate Rights and University Affairs Committees passed a resolution allowing a notation to be placed on a student's transcript noting that the student was suspended or expelled for non-academic misconduct. This notation will allow communication between the Kansas Board of Regents schools, informing them of a transfer student and their previous incidents at a former university. The resolution will be presented to the full Senate next week for approval.
Lifeline 911 is a proposed bill in the Kansas State and House of Representatives that would allow anyone in Kansas under the legal drinking age to be granted amnesty from charges related to drinking if they seek medical attention while intoxicated. According to a press release from K-State, in order to qualify for amnesty, a student must initiate contact with law enforcement and cooperate with them at the scene. K-State Student Body President Regan Kays, a major supporter behind bill, as well as other student leaders from Kansas Board of Regent Universities, including KU Student Body President Morgan Saeed, testified to committees of legislators reviewing the bill to pass it.
Tennessee-based Gus's world-famous fried chicken is opening a new restaurant location in Kansas City. The company looked for locations on the Kansas side, but is now negotiating for a location on the Missouri side along the state line. Along with chicken, Gus's also serves fried green tomatoes, mashed potatoes and gravy, and fried okra, along with other items on their menu.
The fire that destroyed the Independence, Missouri Gates barbecue location early Tuesday morning was ruled by an accident by fire officials. Officials said that an employee was cleaning the pits when the fire ignited. Restaurant owner Ollie Gates plans to rebuild at the same location.
The Center for East Asian Studies will host a celebration of the Chinese New Year at 5 p.m. Friday at the ECM Center at 1204 Oriad Avenue. The event is free. For more information, call 785-864-1457.
The 87th Academy Award Show will air on ABC this Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. The show will honor outstanding achievements in film for the year 2014. The movies Birdman and Boyhood are the top candidates to win the most awards.
The Kansas men's basketball team will face off against Texas Christian University tomorrow at 3 p.m. in Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence. The Jayhawks are attempting to hold on to a 1.5-game lead over Iowa State in the Big 12 conference race. The Cyclones will take on Texas in Austin.
And that will wrap up today's news update. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. After a short break, TJ and Kelly will be here with the weather.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hi, welcome back to Good Morning KU. We're here with the weather. TJ, we have TJ up on the roof. How's it looking up there, TJ?
Oh, it's still pretty cold up here. It's a toasty 24 degrees, but as the day goes on, it's supposed to get up to 39 degrees, so you should only have to wear your leggings and Uggs out. It'll be okay.
Yeah, a little warmer than we've been having this week. How's the weekend looking, especially for the game?
Weekend's looking a little bit better. If you're in line for the game tomorrow, it's going to be about a high of 37 or a low of 14, so be prepared for that. And then on Sunday, don't go out for a picnic because it's still going to be 19 degrees for the high and 5 degrees for the low.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning KU. Be sure to tune in Monday.